Hello, wonderful audience. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. Welcome aboard as we set sail on a journey through Marcel Dionne. Marcel Elphège Dionne, born August 3, 1951, is a Canadian former professional ice hockey center. He played 18 seasons in the National Hockey League (NHL) for the Detroit Red Wings, Los Angeles Kings, and New York Rangers between 1971 and 1989. A prolific scorer, he won the Art Ross Trophy as the NHL's leading scorer in, and recorded 50 goals or more in a season 6 times, and 100 points or more in a season 8 times during his career. Internationally, Dionne played for the Canadian national team at 2 Canada Cups and 3 World Championships. Dionne was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1992. In 2017, Dionne was named one of the 100 greatest NHL players in history. The spotlight now falls on early life as we delve deeper into its details. Dionne was born on August 3, 1951, in Drummondville, Quebec, Canada, to Gilbert's sister and Laurette Dionne. He was the oldest of 8 children, and his youngest brother Gilbert was 19 years his junior. Growing up, his father worked as a foreman at a steel plant while his mother ran a corner store and beauty salon with her children's help. Due to limited finances, Dionne's extended family pitched in to help cover the costs of his hockey equipment. As we venture forward, let's examine junior career in detail and gain a deeper appreciation for its significance. Dionne played in the 1962, 1963 and 1964 Quebec International Pee Wee hockey tournaments with his Drummondville youth team. During his Pee Wee career, Dionne garnered widespread attention from hockey teams and fans. He would often find dollar bills stuffed in his gloves from fans, and his parents received a letter from the Montreal Canadiens informing them to take special care of young Marcel. Another letter also invited Dionne to attend one of their junior camps, but he chose to move to Street Catharines and learn English. Dionne's first junior season was in 1968 for the Drummondville Rangers of the former Quebec Junior Hockey League, in which he scored over 2 goals a game in Drummondville's losing effort in the Memorial Cup playoffs. When the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League formed in 1969, Dionne departed to play in the Ontario Hockey Association, then regarded as a higher caliber level of competition, spending the next 3 seasons with the Street Catharines Blackhawks. He became the lead preeminent star, winning scoring titles in 1970 and 1971 and adding a record 122 points in 43 playoff games. He attended Street Catharines Collegiate during this time. Dionne's scoring feats were marred by one of the most infamous events in Canadian junior hockey during the 1971 Richardson Cup Finals against the Quebec Remparts. Following a riot in Quebec City after the penalty-filled 4th game of the series in which Dionne's Blackhawks team bus was attacked by the mob, the 5th game was played at a neutral site, and the remainder of the series was not played due to fears of further violence. Dionne finished his junior career by shattering the O's career scoring record, which was not broken until Dale McCourt did so in the 1977 season. He was subsequently drafted in the first round, 2nd overall, by the Detroit Red Wings in the 1971 NHL Amateur Draft. As we progress through this video, let's now turn our gaze towards Detroit Red Wings. Detroit Red Wings. Following the draft, Dionne signed a rookie contract with the Red Wings for a record-breaking amount with various bonuses. While the exact terms were not released, his bargaining agent Alan Edelson said, "If Marcel gets as many goals as I think he can, he'll be paid like a superstar no matter what he does. He's got the best contract in the history of the league for a rookie." It was speculated that the amount was $50,000 with incentive clauses which could add another $15,000 to $20,000. Despite having a self-proclaimed put training camp, Dionne was named to the Red Wings opening roster for the season. He made his NHL debut on October 9, 1971, in the team's season opener against the Minnesota North Stars. He recorded his first career NHL goal on October 16, 1971, in a loss to the St. Louis Blues. While the Red Wings began the season with a losing 0 record, Dionne scored 3 goals and 2 assists. Dionne spent the majority of his rookie season playing on a line with Bill Collins and Nick Libet. By January, Dionne earned more on-ice responsibility and was part of the Red Wings' power play and penalty kill unit. While playing in this dual role, Dionne ranked 3rd on the team in scoring and 22nd in the league. Dionne set numerous personal and league-wide milestones in March. He recorded his first career NHL hat trick on March 19, 1972, in a win over the Montreal Canadiens. He then assisted on 4 goals the following game to tie with Rick Martin of Buffalo Sabres for 13th place on the NHL scoring list. Dionne added 2 goals and 2 assists the next day to break the NHL record for most points by a rookie. He finished the regular season as the Red Wings' leading scorer with 28 goals and 49 assists and finished 3rd in Calder Memorial Trophy voting as the NHL's top rookie. During the offseason, Dionne signed a 3-year contract extension with the Red Wings and was the youngest player on Team Canada at the Summit Series. Due to the Summit Series, Dionne missed the entire training camp and returned to Detroit 3 days before the season opener. The Red Wings began the season with a 6-game win streak before losing 4 straight games. Following the 4th consecutive loss, head coach Johnny Wilson mandated a 2-hour bag skate. However, both Wilson and general manager Ned Harkness felt that Dionne was not giving enough effort. Following the skate, Harkness told the media, if he keeps it up and doesn't start working, he might find himself playing in the minors. While Harkness later said he was misquoted, Dionne expressed his frustration that he spoke to the media instead of having a conversation with him. On December 2, Dionne scored 1 goal and 3 assists in his 100th career NHL game. This tied him with Richard Martin and Fred Stanfield for 7th place in league scoring. However, his earlier conflicts with management continued into December and resulted in a suspension. Following a loss to the Minnesota North Stars on December 9, Wilson mandated a morning practice before the game against the Vancouver Canucks. After Wilson called out Dionne for a perceived lack of effort, he told him to go home and stay there until he felt he could come back and make a contribution to the team. Due to a miscommunication as to the meaning of that order, Dionne assumed he had been suspended and missed the game that night. However, the Red Wings claimed he had not been suspended until he failed to show for that evening's game. Immediately following their game against the Canucks, Harkness handed out a press release that said that Dionne was suspended indefinitely without pay for failing to report for the game. Despite this statement, Dionne was reinstated the following day after a discussion with the coaching staff. After rejoining the team, Dionne scored his 2nd career hat trick against the Canadiens on February 22, 1973. He finished the regular season tied with Dennis Hull for 11th in league scoring with 90 points. His 167 total career points were the most ever collected by an NHL player through their first 2 seasons. While Dionne arrived at the Red Wings' 1973 training camp 8 pounds overweight, head coach Ted Garvin said he was more concerned about his movements. His attitude and poor start to the season resulted in a temporary suspension before his 11th game. At the time, he had collected 7 assists and no goals. After he was reinstated, Dionne told members of the media that he asked to be traded for the benefit of the team and for the good of the other players. Despite Dionne verbalizing his unhappiness in Detroit, the Red Wings were hesitant to trade him due to the poor results of their trade of centerman Gary Unger. In between the trade talks, Dionne broke his 22-game goalless streak on November 29 against the St. Louis Blues. The Red Wings also fired Garvin and replaced him with Alex Delvecchio. In December 1973, Eagleson warned the Red Wings that they could lose Dionne to the World Hockey Association (WHA) if they did not trade him. However, Dionne denied asking for a trade and finished the season with the Red Wings. Dionne's offensive output improved in the second half of the season and he ended January with 13 goals and 26 assists over 15 games. By the end of February, He had amassed 61 points through 59 games. However, Dionne suffered a knee injury in March during a game against the New York Rangers and missed several games to recover. During the 1974 offseason, Delvecchio spoke to Dionne about returning to training camp at a healthy weight, and was disappointed when Dionne arrived at camp 15 pounds overweight. Despite this, Dionne was appointed captain of the Red Wings at the start of the season, and he changed his jersey number to 12. At the age of 23, he was the second youngest captain in the NHL that season, behind 22-year-old Jim Schoenfeld. Delvecchio gave Dionne the captaincy in an effort to give him more responsibility. In this new role, he was praised by both teammates and management for his positive attitude while also leading the league with 12 points over 5 games. However, his lack of goals worried fans, and he was sent medallions and jewelry to try and help him break the streak. Dionne scored 7 goals and 20 assists through November, and tied with Bobby Clarke for 7th place in league scoring by mid-December. He finished the season ranked 3rd in league scoring and became the first player in NHL history to score 10 short-handed goals in one season. Let's transition to Los Angeles Kings and uncover its significance. Los Angeles Kings. As a free agent, Dionne and his agent fielded offers from the Edmonton Oilers of the WHA, Chicago Blackhawks, Toronto Maple Leafs, Los Angeles Kings, Montreal Canadiens, St. Louis Blues, Buffalo Sabres, and New York Islanders. However, his agent felt that the Red Wings were deterring offers as they wanted a couple of regulars and a superstar for Marcel. Despite being offered a 6-figure contract from the Oilers to join the WHA, he agreed to a $1.50 million contract with the Kings. On June 23, 1975, Dionne was traded to the Kings in exchange for Terry Harper, Dan Maloney, cash, and draft picks. Upon arriving in Los Angeles, head coach Bob Pulford assigned him to a weight loss regimen which included skating extra laps with plastic sheets around his stomach. After Harper failed to appear at the Red Wings training camp, an injunction was requested to prohibit Dionne from joining the Kings. However, the injunction was rejected by a judge, and Dionne was able to attend the Kings training camp. During Dionne's tenure with the Los Angeles Kings, he played 6 seasons with the famed Triple Crown line, centering Charlie Simmer and Dave Taylor. Dionne signed a 6-year, $3.60 million contract with the Kings before the start of the season. On December 7, 1985, Dionne scored his 500th goal with the Kings organization to help the team beat the Winnipeg Jets. Dionne was traded to the New York Rangers upon request on March 10, 1987. The Kings sent Dionne, Jeff Crossman, and a 3rd-round pick to the Rangers in exchange for Bobby Carpenter and Tom Laidlaw. Let's zoom in on New York Rangers and understand its implications. New York Rangers. Dionne played his remaining 2.5 seasons there, where the Rangers lost in the first round of the playoffs twice and missed the playoffs once. He retired in 1989. As we progress, let's zoom in on retirement and legacy and examine its role in shaping our overall narrative. In January 2004, Dionne was featured on a Canadian postage stamp. As part of the NHL All-Stars collection, Dionne was immortalized along with 5 other All-Stars. Dionne has maintained a large business and investment portfolio since his playing days, owning the Blue Line Diner in Niagara Falls, operating a sports memorabilia store in Buffalo, and buying and selling real estate. Dionne was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1992. In 1998, he was ranked number 38 on the Hockey News list of the 100 greatest hockey players, the highest-ranking player to have not won a Stanley Cup since 2001 when No. 14 ranked Ray Bourque won with the Colorado Avalanche. The Center Civic Arena in Drummondville was renamed Center Marcel Dionne in his honor in 1980. Prior to the start of the season, Dionne helped to create local interest in the NHL's newest franchise, the South Carolina Stingrays. With the help of some young players, Dionne gave an on-ice demonstration of the rules of hockey to the Southern audience. In this section, we'll be deep diving into personal life, unraveling its complexities and uncovering valuable insights. Dionne married Street Catherine's native Carol Gadet in Troy, Michigan in April 1974. They have 3 children together, 2 sons and 1 daughter. After he retired, the Dionnes settled in Buffalo and his sons, Drew and Garrett, played junior B hockey for the Niagara Falls Canucks. As we progress, let's zoom in on regular season and playoffs and examine its role in shaping our overall narrative. Regular season playoffs season team league GPG Drummondville Rangers QJHL 4834 Drummondville Rangers M Cup Street Catherine's Blackhawks OHA 4837 Street Catherine's Blackhawks OHA 5455 Street Catherine's Blackhawks OHA 4662 Detroit Red Wings NHL 7828 Detroit Red Wings NHL 7740 Detroit Red Wings NHL L7424 Detroit Red Wings NHL 8047 Los Angeles Kings NHL 8040 Los Angeles Kings NHL 8053 Los Angeles Kings NHL 7036 Los Angeles Kings NHL 8059 Los Angeles Kings NHL 8053 Los Angeles Kings NHL 8058 Los Angeles Kings NHL 7850 Los Angeles Kings NHL 8056 Los Angeles Kings NHL 6639 Los Angeles Kings NHL 8046 Los Angeles Kings NHL 8036 Los Angeles Kings NHL 6724 New York Rangers NHL 14 for New York Rangers NHL 6731 New York Rangers NHL 377 Denver Rangers IHL 90 NHL totals 1,348 731 1,041,771. With our foundation established, it's time to explore international and its relevance to our overarching theme. Year Team Event GPGF's PIM 1976 Canada CC 7156 for 1978 Canada WC 109312 to 1979 Canada WC 7213 for 1981 Canada CC 6415 for 1983 Canada WC 10639 to 1986 Canada WC 10488 Kolspanasina totals 5026 17 43-24. Our focus now turns to OHA, an important aspect of our discussion. Eddie Powers Memorial Trophy winner, OHA second All-Star team, OHA first All-Star team. In this section, we'll be exploring NHL. Lady Byng Trophy winner, Lester B. Pearson Award winner, Art Ross Trophy winner, NHL All-Star 1975. 1976, 1977, 1978, 1980, 1981, 1983, 1985 NHL First Team All-Star, NHL Second Team All-Star, named Best Forward at the Ice Hockey World Championship 1978, inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame 1992. I appreciate your time and I'm grateful for every like, comment, and share.